Well, hello everyone. Good morning. It's about 8:50 in the morning on September 23rd, 2022. And I'm again back here to give a little update on the market. I'm going to be focusing on the S&P 500. I do have some speculation on Bitcoin. I may speak about that very briefly at the very end. But for right now, the focus is making money. And right now, the money is being made in the stock market, which is why I'm focusing so heavily on that right now. Before I get into all of this analysis, as you always know, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm just giving my opinion on the market. I am not here to entertain you. I am not here to make jokes. I'm not here to cause any clickbait. This is just raw analysis on the market. We are here to make money. That is the purpose that we are all here. So I want to get in, get out, get into my analysis for my day trading for today, but still want to give you this important market update. Okay, so looking at this, not a whole lot has changed, you guys. Yesterday, I gave an update. And yesterday I said, is it possible that we have bottomed? Well, where is the evidence that we could have bottomed? And what I said at the time was, it's possible that we hit bottom because we were finding support at this 100% expansion target. So again, we were kind of pulling this from the top. We had our dominant pivot here for wave 1, and we had this pivot here for wave 2. And if this was the bottom, this wouldn't be a 1-2. This would have been more like a WX or an AB going down for the C. What I said at the time was, if we bottomed, we're going to overtake 38.50, which is this purple box, which I put on here during the video yesterday. It has not changed. And we didn't even get close to it. And then yesterday, what ended up happening? Well, I'm going to go down to a 1 minute time frame. There were a few fake outs yesterday. So, what did we have? We saw, of course, we saw definitely there was, signs of a bear flag here. But yesterday, we saw this, and that was this trend line right here. If you were a bull looking for an entry, you got your entry, and your entry just happened to be right here. And then we sold off. And then if you were a bull, you would see this as, well, this is a bullish pullback. Well, I said earlier in the day that we need to focus on selling rips. And I even said that during the video yesterday. So what did I end up doing? Well, I ended up getting short again on this move. And, my short entry, I didn't get into SPXS. I got into SPXU this time. And I made a statement, I'm placing an order on SPXU at $19.40, which, to be fair, was about right here. I did not capture this move up here. So, it is what it is. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I say this about Bitcoin as well. If you're a long-term investor in Bitcoin, it doesn't matter if you bought it at $18,000. It doesn't matter if you bought it at $10,000. If you're a long-term investor in crypto, well, you're just going to buy and you're going to hold on to that for a few years, and it's not going to matter. Well, in this particular case, I got back into my short position here because I exited out of my SPXS position yesterday, but then of course I re-entered via SPXU, just a little rotation, no important reason why. So I got back into that, and we saw the move up, and I was like, you know what? This is exactly what I said would happen. This is perfect for that selling the rip. And after the fact, of course, hindsight's always 2020. Looking at this from this dominant pivot low here to this dominant pivot high right here and getting that pullback, we got this rejection here at the 1236. It didn't make it to the 1618. So again, this on a very, very minor time frame looks to me like, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks very, very much like a 335. This is just a simple ABC correction, and then we go down from there. That correction is done, and we go down from there. And what do I have on my account, which again has not changed? This to me is a 1-2, which means we're in wave 3, which means you're not going to get really great re-entries on short positions or new entries on short positions. And if you're long, if you're trying to capture longs, unless you're scalping, you're not going to get really great opportunities for a swing. And that has been proven true for the last several days. Ever since we saw this drop here after, last week, we haven't had many opportunities to capture long scalps. This right here, a whole lot of chop. If you had calls there, they got destroyed. Here, you had a little bit of an opportunity there to take advantage. And maybe you had a little bit of an opportunity here to take advantage. But most of the time, options traders buy something that is, only out a few days, which means they're probably looking for something cheap, which means it's probably going to decay very quickly. So they're probably getting something out of the money, expecting a big move, and it's not coming. So here we are. We saw a big dive after FOMC here. And what's causing this drop? You know what? The catalyst, it doesn't really matter. I've been talking about this drop for quite some time. So if this is now a 1-2, off of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, 1, ABC into the 2. We're working on wave 3 of wave 3. This should see more downside if I'm right. And again, 3850 was the line in the sand. This is now going to move. This is now going to move. I'm going to be now focusing on this level right here. And that's going to be at about 3770. If we can overtake 3770 on a 15-minute time frame, again, that's a 50-point move from where we're at right now. And we're talking about the ES futures. We're not talking about SPX. Those numbers are going to be slightly different. But right here at 3770, 3771, if we can overtake that on a 15-minute time frame, I'll probably get out of whatever short positions that I have, and then I'll just sit in cash and wait. We talked about this. Looking at the indicator. Okay, let's just take a look at the indicator because this is also important to pay attention to as well. We are down in oversold. We're severely oversold, and rightfully so after a big move to the downside there. Moving to higher time frames. The 30-minute, very oversold. The hourly, very oversold as well. But take a look at the weekly. The weekly is still heading down significantly. This is, again, why I'm talking about sell the rips, because that, again, is where we're going to be, making the money, selling the rips. You don't know when the rip is going to happen, but when it comes, look for exhaustion on lower time frames. So again, what I mean by that is when I say look for exhaustion on lower time frames, if we see a big move up, what you're going to be looking for is on lower time frames, you're going to be looking for a sell signal right here. Great example. Look at this. Sell the rip. It went all the way down here from 37.57 up to 37.71. Again, that was only like a 20-point move to the upside. And then that was a perfect top. Selling the rips. Let's see when the last time we had it right here. Just take a look right there. That, again, was a great top, okay? Selling the rips when we get our sell signal has worked for the last 2 times. Let's go back here. Find again. Right here. Sell the rip. That was right there. Yeah, we went up just a little bit more, but it sold off. Again, it was at the top. Okay, I can go back. And again, I have not done this analysis. This is the first time I've actually gone back to backtest this. Right here, again, near the top. Right here, literally almost at the very top. It's about right there. Okay, this one, not so well. It was after a big rip to the upside, but it did grind up a little bit. We got another signal, and then, of course, that's when it sold off. So you guys get the idea. No indicator is going to work 100% of the time, but use it. Use it while it works. And right now, what works is selling the rips, waiting for those sell signals on lower time frames. Heck, I'm on a 1 minute chart right here, so just kind of keeping that in mind. All right, what's my downside target? Okay, let me just talk a little bit about my downside target. So right now, I'm going to be looking for a move down here to about 35.35. It may not get there. So I'm not going to let my ego get in front of me. I'm not going to just, sit and hold my short positions that I still have open. I'm not going to sit here and just wait for those, for those to hit. I'm not going to wait for this target to hit down here. If I see a sign of support, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out of that short position, and I'm going to take that profit. All right. That's all I've really got for you right now. I see I had a little bit of an internet hiccup, so hopefully things didn't get too crazy there. But at the end of the day, short target right now is about 35.35. I will get out of a position if I see a sign of significant bounce. Again, a lot of indicators, including some of the higher time frame, higher time frames, they're starting to get very, very oversold. So you have to be very careful when you're down here. Would I open up new short positions here? Probably not. Probably not, because everything is very oversold. So your risk to reward is, not that great right now for new positions. It's best for you to honestly be sitting in cash, if you're not in a position at least. So that's my thought. That's my, that's my theory here. And that's all I've got for you right now. If you have any questions, you guys know where to find me. If you are not on our Discord, we want you there. And you can find all the information on BitDoctor.org. If you're a fan of losing money, leave. We don't want you here. But if you want to continue to receive actionable information and find some sort of a path to financial freedom, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and share this channel with everybody that you know. And last but not least, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and a good evening. Take care, everyone.